Hey everyone, welcome back. You know why you're here. You want the info and you want it fast.
That's right. No time to waste.
Today, we're diving into something that might be hitting a little closer to home for a lot of you. Government intervention, potentially, in your Facebook feed.
Uh-oh. Sounds serious.
It is. We've got some excerpts from an article. We'll just call it pasted text.
Okay.
It outlines this government warning, basically, about social media that has pretty quickly turned into potential action, like real steps they might be taking.
Wow. So it's escalated fast? That's kind of alarming, honestly.
It is. So, pasted text talks about this warning. It was issued by Police Minister Peter Simali Jr.,
Okay.
and it was directed at Meta, Facebook's parent company. So, what exactly did he say that triggered this whole thing?
Well, according to the article, the minister's warning, it all boils down to what he calls threats to stability and decency in the country.
Right, those are pretty broad terms.
They are, but it seems like the government is, worried about the content that's circulating on these platforms.
Misinformation, maybe? Or just stuff they think is disruptive.
Right. The article doesn't really get into specifics, but that's the general idea.
So it wasn't just talk, right? The article says that the national government is actually looking at implementing system controls.
Yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. And a little scary, to be honest.
I agree. So who would be in charge of making that happen? Who are the players here?
Well, the article mentions mobile operators
Okay.
and the ICT industry regulator.
The ICT regulator, just so everyone's clear, that's the body that oversees like all the internet and telecom stuff in the country.
Exactly.
So them being involved, along with the mobile operators, suggests that they're thinking about, technical solutions to this.
Right. Some kind of way to actually manage or limit how people are accessing Facebook or what they're seeing on there.
If anyone wants to read the original article, you can find it at wp.mapm2nu-2rrr.
So, to be clear, this has gone way past just a warning, right? It seems like they're ready to put these controls into practice.
It does seem that way.
So the big question is how?
Right. Like, what are they actually going to do?
What kind of technical measures are we talking about here?
Are they going to try and filter content at the network level? Or maybe restrict how much bandwidth Facebook gets?
The article doesn't say, but we can assume, because of who they're talking about involving, that it's going to be technical in nature.
So just to recap, we've got this high-level warning, vague but serious, about stability and decency.
Right.
And that's led to them potentially putting actual controls on Facebook.
With mobile operators and the ICT regulator at the helm, it seems like.
Yeah. Which honestly just reflects a much bigger conversation that's happening globally.
Definitely.
You
I
know.
mean, all over the world, governments are trying to figure out how to deal with these platforms.
Because they're so powerful.
Exactly. And they have such a huge influence on society.
And this worry about security and well-being keeps coming up.
All the time. So it's definitely something to think about.
It is. We live in interesting times. As you're taking all this in, consider the bigger picture. What happens when governments start controlling how we use social media? What does that mean for our digital lives, for the way information flows?
It's a question that deserves some serious thought.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, keep thinking critically.
Stay informed.